Where's VAWLS? Where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Merry Christmas and welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to throw out a quick little video, talk about Cade Mays and the big decision. Is he coming back for a super senior year or is he heading to the NFL draft? We'll take a look at some of the circumstances there. Really not been a whole lot of news coming out lately. Kind of surprised a little bit, honestly, that there's not been more transfer portal activity for the Tennessee Volunteers, but some of that may come down strictly just to the numbers game. And part of that is you really haven't seen a lot of guys from Tennessee enter into the portal, especially after the season. There hasn't been anybody enter their name into the transfer portal, which I think is a good thing. It shows that Josh Heupel has locker room, the locker room chemistry. He has truly changed the culture in Knoxville, and nobody is looking for greener grass. So I think that is a good thing. Also, you got to look at the numbers coming in for the class of 22. So it could strictly just be a scholarship numbers crunch at this point, and maybe the transfer portal will kind of start to heat up once we get in to the spring. But anyway, we're going to get into it, talk about Cade Mays a little bit. As always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. If you hit that little thumbs up, it helps the channel. If you enjoy the content we put out here, just hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop new content. But let's go ahead and jump into this article. It is from A to Z Sports Nashville. Tennessee Vols, one thing could be helping Cade Mays' NFL draft stock. Article written by Zach Reagan says here, Tennessee Vols offensive lineman Cade Mays hasn't announced yet whether or not he'll return to UT in 2022 for his final season of eligibility, but all signs are pointing towards Mays leaving for the NFL. The NFLPA Collegiate Bowl recently announced Mays as a participant in their postseason showcase event, and playing in the NFLPA Collegiate Bowl is a strong indication that Mays is going to enter the NFL draft. You know, it's interesting because really going into the season, before the season even started, we all just kind of assumed this was it, that this was it for Cade Mays. He would be one more year and done and then head directly into the NFL. But I think what kind of brought up the question was the injuries that he battled all year long. Can Cade Mays stay healthy? Did he put enough on tape to be able to get good draft grades back at the end of the year? Sounds like he's coming back as a mid-range draft pick. And also something else you have to consider, he's not even been playing his natural position. Cade Mays has been stepping up, playing outside tackle to help the Tennessee offensive line. And that goes to say, you know, what Cade Mays is as a teammate and a team player to play tackle when his natural position is guard. And that has to impact his NFL draft grade. I would like to see Cade Mays come back for one more year and play right guard and really put some good film on tape, and I think that would bump his draft status. It says here that Mays said last week that an NIL deal paying him third or fourth round money could keep him at Tennessee for another year. My, how the game has changed. How the game has changed. NIL changing college football. Says such a deal, however, seems unlikely. Paying an offensive lineman around $750,000 probably isn't a wise decision for a local business in Knoxville or anywhere. And I don't see many offensive linemen getting a rich national endorsement deal paying that type of cash. Now, here's a clip from Twitter. Now, this was K's made on Tennessee Prime. It's the show that Jason Swain and VolQuest do. It's a great show. Cade Mays on there all year long. Another player kind of rotated on and off. Just a great show. Really enjoyed it. But here's the comment from Cade Mays when asking whether or not he would be coming back.
Yeah, I can hear it. So, you know, I haven't made a decision. You know, I'm in the middle, you know, 50-50, but I love this school. You know, I love my teammates. I would love to come back and play another year with my brother, but I've got a great opportunity to go fulfill a dream and play at the next level. So, you know, with those two options, I definitely feel like there could be an NIL deal, you know, to supplement what I could make if I went to the NFL. You know, so that's kind of where I'm at right now in my decision-making process.
We talking like first-round money? We talking like third or fourth round?
We talking like where I'm projected, so third or fourth round money.
Okay. All right.
All right, now to Tyler.
This is one of those situations. I don't blame Cade Mays at all. I do not blame him at all for going and getting that money. I don't. He's already got his degree. He would be coming back for a super senior season. It's nothing more than, does Cade Mays feel like it benefits him to go pro now or come back and try to improve his draft stock? But I think what he is saying is, hey, I'm giving up a lot of money to come back. If you can supplement that income, then I'll come back for one more year. I just don't see it as a possibility. The article here wraps up, says Mays would likely benefit financially from staying at Tennessee for another year and improving his draft stock. But if he's ready to get paid, it's hard to blame him for leaving now to chase his dream. They kind of go on here with the article and talk about Trey Smith and what he's done in the NFL. I don't really see how that pertains to Cade Mays, so I'm not going to go down that road. All I'm going to say is I don't blame Cade Mays either way. Whichever way he decides to go, make the best decision for your family. But my question is this. I think Cade's gone. I think he's heading to the NFL. I think he will announce it soon. I believe on that Tennessee Prime show he said he would announce somewhere around Christmas, so it could be coming any day now. But in my mind, in my opinion, I think Cade Mays is gone. So what does this offensive line look like? I mean, if Cade had come back, again, I think you had an opportunity to slide him into guard, and maybe a guy like Mincy works out, coming in from Florida, former 3-star. He's big, physical, got all the tools. What's he going to look like in spring practice? I'm excited to see his development and what he does under Glenn Ellerbe. Another guy that we've talked about a little bit, but not a whole lot, is Jeremiah Crawford at offensive tackle, a guy that came on late. Honestly, when you look at his PFF grades for the year, he graded out higher than any other offensive lineman on this team. Now, granted, he only played 104 plays this season, but he graded out better not only than any other offensive lineman, he was the third highest graded offensive player, period, behind only Hendon Hooker and Tyon Evans. Jeremiah Crawford graded out at a 78.8. So what does he do this offseason? How does he develop? You're returning Darnell Wright at left tackle, Jerome Carvin coming back for a super senior season at guard, Cooper Mays at center, Javonte Spraggins comes back at guard. Again, the question, if Cade Mays came back, I think you could slide him into right guard, and then I think you could plug in either Jeremiah Crawford. I'd let Jeremiah Crawford and Gerald Mincy have a competition throughout the spring and even into fall camp and see which one of those guys steps up and rises to the occasion. This offensive line has an opportunity to really improve and be better in 2022. Again, that continuity to return 4 of the 5, possibly 5. Maybe Cade Mays shocks me. Maybe somebody ponies up and throws that cash at Cade Mays and we get him back for one more year. Absolutely huge if Tennessee returns all 5 starting offensive linemen. You got Jeremiah Crawford coming on and developing nicely, and then you've got the addition of Gerald Mincy. This offensive line slowly starts to improve and become a strength on the offensive side of the ball. Now you talk about returning both tight ends announced just this week. Jacob Warren coming back, Princeton Fant coming back, Hendon Hooker coming back. I think it's only a matter of time until we hear Cedric Tillman's coming back. Your running backs are coming back. This Tennessee offense is going to be dangerous in 2022, with or without Cade Mays, with or without him. I hope he comes back, but again, don't blame that kid. Whatever he decides to do, best of luck to Cade Mays. I love those Mays brothers. They are what you want. They are true competitors. Those guys, you have to drag them off the field if they're hurt. They do not quit. Some people disagreed with me this year when I talked about Cooper Mays, and he's out there limping and dragging his leg, but he wanted to fight. He wanted to compete, and you can say, well, that's hurting the team this, or you got to take it. No, I don't care. I want warriors on that field, and those Mays brothers are warriors. So best of luck to Cade, whatever he decides. But I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about the development of this offensive line under Glenn Ellerbe. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Cade Mays comes back for a super senior season? Do you think anybody ponies up that money? Or do you think that Cade Mays is headed to the NFL draft? But that is going to wrap it up for this one. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Too late to get yourself a Christmas present, but buy yourself something for New Year's. Hey, why not start the year off on the right foot, ripping that Talkin VAWLS merch? We would greatly appreciate it. But if not, I'm just glad you guys, appreciate you guys watching the videos, joining us for the live streams. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The songs howl like me, poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit falls.